going to check the timing
and timing belt
on a 2.5 liter non-turbo. It's a 4-cylinder engine used in a lot of Subarus, and this happens to be an '09 Outback, and it's used on, I think, a few different years and a few different models. So I'm just going to take it in the shop and check the timing on it.
Starting on the driver's side, there are 3 10mm bolts, and they keep this cover on. Now, I noticed when I took mine off, the top one was a little bit shorter than the side and the bottom bolts, but you can see I'm reaching around and under to loosen all those. And this one on the top here was a little bit shorter. It's about I'd say an inch long bolts, and the other ones were maybe 1 3/4 inches. And that just comes off. Pretty clean inside. And there you can see the belt. Check the condition of the belt. And moving to the passenger side, there are 2 grommets that come out, 2 retaining clips that just pop up, and then this cowl, this air duct comes out. This plastic piece just pulls out. And if you look down, there's a rubber plug, about an inch and an eighth, 1 1/4 inch hole you can look into. You pop that out. And I've got a 22mm socket on a big long ratchet. And I'll just slowly turn the engine clockwise until the arrow on the driver's side pulley is in the 12 o'clock position. I don't want to take it too far, so I'm going really slowly, watching where it is. And if you get in there, it's really hard to see, but the arrow is in the 12 o'clock complete upright position, aligning with that little notch on the outside of the cover. Going over to the passenger side, the arrow is also, there you see a picture of it in the passenger side and the driver's side. The arrows are both aligned completely with the 12 o'clock position, so that's what I wanted to check. One time it was running kind of rough, and it turns out I had actually skipped a tooth on one of those gears. I just twisted that plug slightly as I pushed it in, and it went in pretty good. Sits in there pretty snugly. Put this ducting back on. Stick it in and then push those 2 retaining clips down. They snap in place, nice and firm. And going back over here, just grab the cover. This cover has grooves that help it align into the engine. So if you line them up, it fits right in. There, just slides into the grooves. Get my bolts started. These new snap-on sockets work really excellent for something like this. Get them started by hand. Make sure they're threading in straight. And the last one on the bottom. Again, the one on the my right hand side as I'm working, and the bottom were a little bit longer. The top one is a bit shorter. As you can see, it doesn't protrude through the back of that plastic piece there. It would interfere with the engine, whereas I think the one on the side and the one on the bottom, they don't have something behind them where they can't screw out that far. So that's how they came, so that's how I put them back in, assuming they were correct. Just snug them up, make them nice and snug, don't over tighten them, and that's all there's to it.